So I'd like to call to order the budget, the public hearing for the school budget. And in accordance with MGL Chapter 71, 38N, every year we must have a public hearing on the budget. And this is open to the public for anyone who would like to ask any questions or comments about our budget for the next school year. No. All right. Seeing none, and being that we gave it a couple minutes after 6 o'clock, and it was posted for 6 o'clock, I'd like to entertain a motion to adjourn from the public hearing for the school budget.
Moved.
Second.
Okay. Any other discussion, or any discussion? I should say. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
So I'd like to now call to order the regular open meeting of the school committee on June 13th, 2016. Can we please rise for the Pledge of Allegiance? I pledge allegiance
To the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
and a moment of silence, please. Thank you. I'd like to welcome our student representative, Haley Diamond. This is her first meeting with us, and thank you so much for coming and representing the entire student body at West Bridgewater. I'm sure you'll make everyone very proud. I do have to read something. Excuse me. The listing of matters on the agenda are those reasonably anticipated by the chair which may be discussed at the meeting. Not all items listed may in fact be discussed, and other items not listed may also be brought up for discussion to the extent permitted by law. This meeting is being videotaped for cable. I'm going to start with the approval of the minutes from our last two meetings, from our meeting on May 16th, 2016, and on June 6th, 2016. Do I have a motion for the approval of those minutes?
Moved. Second.
Any discussion on the minutes? All those in favor of approving?
Aye.
Great, thank you. Recognition, the class of 2016 graduation ceremony.
Well, we were all there.
Yeah. And we were
And
recognized.
honestly, as usual, it was a wonderful ceremony. Again, I say it every year, but there's nothing like having the ceremony in the town park. It makes it, I think, special from what many other schools have, which is if they have it outside, they have it on their field. And actually a lot of schools, because they don't want to deal with the whole possibility of rain, have moved theirs inside even if it's nice out, into their gyms. So I think it makes it special. It allows anyone that wants to show up. And again, this year it was just done. I thought Mark did a great job with organizing it, recognizing all the kids for something. And I thought the speeches were great and the kids were just great, and it was just a really nice ceremony. So congratulations to the class advisors, because that is a lot of work. And to the administration and everybody that was involved, even down to, we have teachers that help the kids practice their speeches and stuff, and with rewrites and things like that, so that it's just perfect. So there's a lot that goes in behind the scenes that you don't see, but it's worth the work.
It's beautiful. It was a great night. Sending it back to you, Dr. Oakley, for the superintendent's update of the middle senior high school school building committee.
Really, we are mainly just working on the fields. If you had a chance to, or if you have a chance to go out back, you can see that the fence for the tennis courts are up, and they've done the layers of the court. They haven't done the lining yet, but they have done the layers of it. So that's very close to being finished. And then as you look outside, you can see that they're working on the site work at the field. And the next thing that's ready to go is the top layers of the track, which Cape and Islands is going to come and do. They're one of the top people around that do track services. And we are just waiting till, I believe, the 21st?
Yep, Wednesday we're getting the filed sub bids, and then GC on the 21st.
Okay, yeah, so the file sub bids for the concession stand project and then the GC for that the following week. And hopefully someone can start right away. And that's really the last piece of that area. And it's that concession stand with the bathrooms, the fence around the track, the bleachers, the storage area. So,
Lighting.
oh, and the lighting. So
Did you get the information on the lighting today?
I did get the information on the lighting, so we should be all set with that.
Yep.
So, you know, we're planning on, I was told last week that the last possible day for the project that they put out on the timeline was August 24th.
No, that's the Spring Street roof. They
No,
said-
Jay came back.
Did he say that too?
Yeah.
Yeah, they said it was like 4 to 6 weeks or something once they started, so.
Yeah, he
that's
said,
good.
when Jay said, he said it's August 24th too late, and I said, obviously, we'd always want it earlier, but the, especially to get preseason practices out there, but if we can't get preseason out there, that's okay, as long as when we start the seasons. I know right now scheduled, there is a tentative home game, September 7th, which Mr. Barrett has set up that if we're not ready by then, we can go to the other people's field, so we set it up. But definitely believe homecoming and the rededication of the field is going to be September 24th. So we'll rededicate it to, as the Robert Dwyer Field on the 24th, that's the day of the game. I actually run into a number of people that are going to be coming for that, and I know that Bobby's kids live all over the country, and they're going to be coming back for that. So once we get a little bit closer, I'll put that out, and I know there's a lot of people in the community, because I was approached by a lot of people in the community before we were even beginning this project that said, what's going to happen to the Dwyer Field, will it still be? Because he was such a big part of this community and the school system. So we're doing that. So maybe we'll make the 7th, but it has to be ready for the 24th, basically. So that gives us a month leeway from doing, but it's not a long project, it just depends on how much work those GCs have for the summer. So hopefully we can get it done for that. And basically wrapping up everything else.
That's great. Thank you. Under business, we need to vote on our fiscal 17 budget.
This is, remember we had to make adjustments based on what we had put in to the FinCom and the Selectmen, and we put in a 4.5, they came back with a 4.3%. So we looked at a couple different lines and came up with the fact that originally 4 students.
I think we had 3 and then an Independence Academy, so we were able
Yeah,
to.
so we had some, between the agricultural schools and Independence Academy, we had budgeted for those students, and we have gotten word that not all of them are going. So we adjusted out of that line to make the cut.
That's great.
So it's just, so really what you're voting on is the budget with this adjustment in the amount of the $11,600,968 versus what it was before.
Would someone like to make a motion to approve the budget, this amount, $11,600,968? Moved. Second.
Second.
Moved and seconded. Any discussion on the budget? Great job putting it together, and great job going back to the town and.
Yeah, and I mean, I think, you know, we've been supported over even during the tough times when we were deep in the recession, we've been, I think, very supported by the town with the needs. I mean, one of the things is you can look at this building, you know, that we're very supportive, but, and although a lot of people that don't do budgets are just on the periphery, you know, don't realize, but it's 2 different things. I mean, the money that goes into a school is different than the operating budget every year, and that based on receipts within the town, based on the Chapter 70 money you get from the state, and things like that, you know, they have to put the budget together every year, and there's only so much to go around in the town. That's one thing that I think has allowed West Bridgewater to stay fiscally healthy, especially through this recession, is because all of the departments understand that every department has to run and is there for a purpose, and we're all in it together. So we work together on that. But the town has cut us every year, but very minimally for what we asked for. So again, 4.3% is a good increase, and so I thank both the selectmen for being able to find that money and be supportive of the school.
Thank you. All those in favor of the budget?
Aye.
Great, thank you. Our next is our superintendent's evaluation. I'd like to start by thanking many people, especially the committee, for completing Dr. Oakley's evaluation. It is truly a pleasure to evaluate Dr. Oakley. There are so many wonderful things to say about the job that you do for us here in West Bridgewater. I'd also like to thank the principals and Dr. Hanscom, who got back to me with some information that just reaffirmed again what a great job that you're doing, and I appreciate the time that they took to do that also. So, there are so many wonderful things to say about you, and we came up with a summative evaluation report as it's required, and that's what we'd like to present tonight. And basically, in summary, you've exceeded expectations. You've achieved all of your goals, and you have performed an exemplary rating. And one of the things that it even has listed on the evaluation is that a rating of exemplary indicates that practice significantly exceeds proficient and can serve as a model of practice regionally and statewide. And you have done that. You've even done that, I believe, on a broader scope than that in different national conferences that you've gone to. And we're just very impressed with the work that you do for us here at our school and also in our community. And it really is you impact our community, not just our school. It means a lot to us.
Especially because I picked the best pizza in town.
Of course. That just came right over the top.
Have you eaten there yet?
Yes.
Good food.
So we would all like to share just some of a sampling of the comments that we put in the evaluation, and they were all excellent. So, and overall, Mr. Holden, will you share your comment first?
You first.
I wrote, Dr. Oakley has always performed way above any department head throughout our entire town. Her dedication to the district is outstanding, even with all the frustrations of our new building. Her devotion to making sure we graduate the best student possible is overwhelming and deserves nothing more than the highest respect possible. It has been a pleasure and an honor to work with her for the past 11 years, and I hate the thought of leaving. Don't take that for what it's worth, because you never know what's going to happen. I could be around for another 11 years.
If we're
Better you
lucky.
than me.
Oh, you didn't read that fine print?
So Dr. Oakley achieved all of her goals and exceeded expectations in her goals in student learning and in district improvement. And in instructional leadership, she also was exemplary, and I'd like to share a comment that I wrote for this one. So Dr. Oakley's drive behind the Virtual Learning Academy is impressive. It should be noted that out of 28 courses, 8 of them are being taught by our West Bridgewater teachers here. Her agendas at cabinet meetings cover all areas of our school's needs, ensuring that decision-making is done with knowledge and in collaboration with the principals and their feedback from each of the schools. So thank you. On the next rating was under management and operations, and again, she rated exemplary. Mrs. Holt would like to share a comment.
Dr. Oakley played a key role in developing a successful and meaningful district-wide behavioral health task force. She finds it implements the best way to handle any ethically challenging situation. I have complete confidence in her decision-making abilities. She has reliable, sound judgment skills and can clearly explain her reasoning and provide good support for her decisions.
Under family and community engagement, again, Dr. Oakley rated exemplary overall, and Mrs. Sullivan.
Thank you. Dr. Oakley is a very strong communicator of information regarding academics, social, or athletic events, and even those dreaded snow days. She is always respectful and engaging, especially when individuals may take to social media to voice their concerns with policies or procedures. Dr. Oakley always tweets responsibly. I love the idea of a district app.
We will have that.
I'm sure with you we will.
And under the rating of professional culture, again, Dr. Oakley rated overall as exemplary, and Mr. Flynn has comments.
Dr. Oakley has been part of the West Bridgewater community for a long time. She understands what makes this town special. Her passion for the town shows in her work and rubs off on our administration. She expects nothing but the best from everyone who works within the district. With the district moving forward into a new middle senior high school this past fall, I don't think we can express how much work and dedication Dr. Oakley and her staff put in. The seamless transition into a great working, learning environment has been very noticeable around the community. Dr. Oakley listened, read all of the suggestions, implemented them to create a beautiful new building.
In conclusion, the committee would like to thank you for the great job that you're doing for us here, and you go above and beyond, and that is evident in everything you do, but even, the final scheduling of the dedication of the Torian Field is very representative of the work you do. I know it's just one small piece of this big puzzle, but you don't miss anything, and we're very lucky to have you. Thank you very much.
Thank you. And two things. One is, I wouldn't be able to do the things that I do without having such a supportive school committee, and being around for 10 years in this role and meeting so many other superintendents that have come and gone. Sometimes the reason for them going has a lot to do with who their school committee members are. And I think we've found a formula that you get more done and you're going to be more successful, and student achievement is going to increase when you have a committee and a superintendent administration that works together. So I want to thank you guys for trusting our whole administrative team and trusting our teachers, our faculty and staff, that they can use their judgment and have their freedoms and do a good job. And I think that's what helps to make West Bridgewater Public Schools special and successful. And the second thing is, maybe you guys should all felt like I was like at my wake or something, but you could all get together and like do a eulogy for me. That would be really good.
I don't like the second idea. The first one was wonderful, and I really appreciate it.
I'm like, okay, it's
The
like I'm
second
going.
one we can strike.
For all that praise, you
That's
think
an
was
idea.
Really?
That's the first idea of Dr. Oakley's I don't like.
I second that. Mrs. Smith.
It's like,
Yeah.
We finally found one that we weren't in favor of.
just kidding.
And just kidding. There you
But
go.
thank you very much.
Well, thank you.
Great.
Excellent. I have this for you.
Okay.
So gets us to which gets us to Dr. Oakley's contract. So we need to vote on approving Dr. Oakley's contract for fiscal 2017. A motion for approving Dr. Oakley's contract.
Moved.
Second.
Moved and seconded. Any discussion? Any more fond words for Dr. Oakley?
No.
No, it won't.
All right.
We've had enough.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Excellent. Thank you. That can go down to Dr.
Absolutely.
Excellent. Thank you. All right.
Thank you.
So approval of policies. Oh, and I think this section is going to be a quick one tonight. So policy 5580 and 5580S, which is the internet policy for staff and students, and that was my policy. And I am going to postpone this policy to the August meeting. We have done some work on it, but we don't have the information in there for the one-to-one with the technology. And so we'll have that ready by August so that it's ready for the teachers and the students for next school year. And then, so I'm pushing that off. And then policy 7500, school property use I believe Mr. Holden and Mr. Flynn, I know you have a meeting set the end of this week, correct?
Yes.
Which is actually being changed.
Oh, okay.
Yes. We're going to put that off to the August meeting as well.
I think that's a great idea. Okay, excellent. And then this is working out very well for our deadline of time tonight. So we have no warrants, so we're going right to public forum. So members of the audience wishing to address the committee may do so at this time. Audience members are reminded that personnel issues or issues that would violate student confidentiality cannot be addressed during the public forum. Would anyone like to address the committee? All right, seeing no takers. We are now going to move into executive session. Cecile, would you?
Yes, I'd like to move to enter into executive session to discuss strategy with respect to the collective bargaining agreement and reconvene in open session afterward.
Do you have a second?
Second?
The roll call vote.
Roll call vote, so,
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. Yes.
Yes.
all right, we all,
Well,
You guys
So-
know this?
We're covered.
so we're going to reopen the meeting of the regular meeting of the school committee.
Second.
And we have one, the next,
Just so usually on the second.
I like, you're behind me.
Yeah.
So next under business is, this is a voting issue for the WEA contract, and would someone like to make a motion to approve the contract for the WEA?
Moved.
Second?
Second?
Okay, any discussion? on the contract? All right, all those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Okay, great. Thank you so much for all the work that was put into the contract from everyone. I know that was not easy. So I'd now like to go over some dates. So on June 13th, right now, at 7 o'clock is the town meeting. June 20th, the last day of school for all schools, and it's a half day for students. On June 20th, there's a year-end appreciation cookout hosted by Dr. Oakley and the school committee, beginning at 11:30 in the middle senior high school courtyard. Will be very yummy.
Always is.
On June 14th, at the middle senior high school, grades 7th and 8th field day at the Bridgewater Sports Complex in Bridgewater from 9 to 12:45. On June 15th, grade 7 is going to the Brockton Rocks game from 9 to 1:45. On June 16th, grade 8 is going to Canopy Lake Park in Salem, New Hampshire from 8 to 4:30. On June 17th, grade 8 is Celebration of Learning from 11:45 to 1:30 in the auditorium. On June 20th, the grade 8 breakfast from 8 to 10 a.m. in the cafeteria. And would you like to read cards?
Sure. On June 14th, it's the 4th grade field day beginning at 10 a.m. and the rain date is June 15th. On June 15th is grade 5 field day beginning at 9:30 a.m. No rain date for that one. June 16th is grade 6 celebration day beginning at noon. And June 27th to the July 1st, and then July 11th to the 29th is the Let's Go 2016 program, which runs Monday through Friday.
Mr. Flynn, would you do those?
Certainly. At the Roselle McDonald School, June 14th, grade 3 field day, 9 a.m. to 11:45 a.m. Rain date is June 15th. June 15th, grade 1 beach walk, all-day activities. June 17th, grade 3 farewell, 9 a.m. to 10 a.m. Parents are invited. June 17th, August birthdays with the principal. July 5th through July 28th, Ready, Set, Go program, Monday through Thursday. June 14th, kindergarten year-end celebrations at the middle senior high school auditorium at 1 p.m.
All right. Our next regular school committee meeting will be Monday, August 22nd at 6:30 p.m. Someone like to make a motion to adjourn?
Moved.
Second?
Any discussion before we adjourn? All those in favor?
Aye.
Thank you.
Did you see the